Greetings, greetings. Welcome to this Lionsgate portal, Mercury retrograde, entering the full moon in Aquarius, the full sturgeon moon, which is all of these together, the Lionsgate portal, the Mercury retrograde, the full sturgeon moon in Aquarius, and also we got the sun in Leo is representing shadow work. The retrograde is bringing up old things, seeing if we have did our shadow work to be able to pass the test and move to the next level. Also, the Leo sun is also talking about those shadow work, unhealed wounds, and clearing out old things that we need to detach from and let go of. The Sturgeon full moon in Aquarius is bringing us into as we heal and as we upgrade with the Lionsgate portal, upgrading our DNA and also getting ancient wisdom, tapping into that Sirius. It's the Sirius star system with the Orion's belt aligning with the Earth and the pyramid, the Giza, ancient Giza pyramid. And we also, let me put it in, we have ancient pyramids right here in the Americas and the Mons that the ancient old ones built. So it's bringing us into a place of upgrading the DNA technology, uh, ancient wisdom, divine alignment, divine timing, moving up into the other realms, transmutation, transformation, attracting our tribes and letting go and detaching from things that no longer serve us. These power structure being completely cleansed, and the indigenous ancient old ones have awake. They've been awakened for a while, but they have really awakened that energy, that serpentine energy. Uh, as I've been grounding and doing grid work, I've been tapping into that energy. And Also with this, what's going on, you need to do a lot of grounding, balancing out. So what I've been doing is doing a lot of qigong, yoga, Pilates, stretching, walking, a lot of exercise, and I have lost with all the walking. I've lost probably like 20 pounds, and I'm still working on it because I'm saying I'm trying to better myself. I don't want to just be up here talking and telling somebody what to do as far as the spiritual stuff, but I want to have discipline over my physical body because I notice with Islam, it's about the body representing your spiritual state. And if your body you have your body discipline and you're in health, then that talks about your spiritual state too, and that I'm not saying that that's my religion because I don't do religion because, I started out in religion, but as I've, ascended, I've come to realize that, things you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, but you use it at the level, and then when you go to the next level, some things you detach from and kind of let go, and you hold on to certain things. You don't just throw everything away, but at the same time, it's going within. That's what the real truth was. That's what the shamans were tortured about, and that's what at the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD they were trying to keep them from putting the truth in that we are it's all within us. It's the Christ, the kingdom of heaven is within. It's nothing outside. It's nothing gonna come and rescue you. You got to figure it out from within, who you came here to, what your purpose is, and what you came here to be, and who you are, and then the mothership comes. From my understanding, you exit out once you figure it out, and you'll send these tests, and this is like the matrix. It's exactly like that. These games and stuff, it's like our higher self is we the character, and our higher self is playing the game to put us through these tests so that we can triumph over this 3D realm and raise back up to the gods that we are, not that we were, but that we are. And remember, it's all about remembering, retaining knowledge to take it to the higher self and learning. Um, yeah, that's what this is about. Also, uh, Like I said, I got it when I was up here. I was like, it's good to get up here and talk, but I'm an action type person. Talk is cheap. Action. I like to do the footwork and do the action, and then I don't mind talking. I love talking, but I don't just want to be a talker. I want to be a doer also. Um, I want to be a doer, not just a talker. And having that heart chakra too with that lion's gate and that Leo uh sun, that lion's gate, it's that heart chakra. That heart got to be light as a feather, having good intentions and balancing out that heart. You got to have that unconditional love, not saying that you're going to put up with a lot of things, but you might say, look, I can't be around that. I'm not going to deal with that. It's crossing my boundaries. But at the same time, you don't have nothing in your heart, light as a feather. um like I said, I've been working on me, working on trying to help the people that will receive it, but I'm not going to force anything on anyone. We are in this 3D realm called planet Earth, and it's a earth of free will. You can't make anybody do anything, and everybody can't go with you. And sometimes it be the people that you love the most that you gotta, detach from and realize they here. Like Mama T said, they hear. She said about some of her people, they got their own journey to learn. No hard feelings. If they come to the knowledge, and I'll be waiting. But at the same time, I can't take nothing for my journey. I can't let nothing get in my way. I can't let even in the passage in the Bible that say, when you walk in that walk, you gotta have to, you can't let your family or nothing separate you. Say you pluck out your eye. If your eye offend you, it ain't saying literally to pluck out your eye and literally to just throw your people away, or your husband, your wife, your children, your sister, your brother, your friend, your confidant. Don't You're not saying that you just be mean and rude and just say I can't deal with you because you don't believe what I believe. Because no, we supposed to all look at the big picture and don't let it religions and these beliefs and biases and indoctrinations that they taught us, that don't supposed to be coming in between the big picture and the game plan and what we got to do as teamwork. You know what I'm saying? Because before I'm a religious person, I am who I am. It's good to know self and know who you are before you become, well, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, I'm a priest. You got to know who you are with this thing. And you can work with anybody. But if people don't want to work with you, then what can you do? You can just, hey, they got a choice, man. Everybody's not everybody's cup of tea. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And I know everybody's not going to receive everything I say. But the people that it's meant for, they will receive, the word that I'm saying to them. Um, and also, it's a lot of distractions that's going on too. Sometimes I get into the little stuff and comment, but I don't get too deep into this stuff about this one and that one and this one, because I done prophesied to some people, even people up here that's supposed to be so famous and stuff. I done told them this day was gonna come when you ain't gonna be able to turn to the right. You're not gonna be able to turn to the left. You ain't gonna be able to turn to the front. You ain't gonna be able to turn to the back. You're gonna be held accountable for everything you say and do, and you gonna have to walk it like you talk it. Your butt gonna be, you could carry, like I said, you could cover it up in that Piscean age. But now this era, you pants gonna be down. Your butt gonna be showing. Everything gonna be showing. Cause this is the truth. The Aquarius is truth. It's I know. It ain't an illusion or I think. It's the era of I know. Yeah, it's the season and the era of I know. I know. Yes. Like I said, I have been doing the work, and I might not be where I should be, but I'm definitely not where I used to be. I have let a lot of things go. I have detached. I'm realizing my purpose even more. I'm realizing that I'm right where I need to be as far as spiritually, and I'm right there. I don't have no regrets. I'm not saying like I should have did this and I should have did that and I wish that, because if it ain't work out because it won't meant for me at that time. I didn't need it at that time. I might not have been ready for it. It might have been something that was bad for me or my detriment. And the things that made me fall on my ass was because I needed to learn. The ancestors might have put me on my ass for a reason to hinder me from going into worse downfalls and pitfalls and stuff. I'm grateful that I decided to work on my home, work on myself, get myself right, and then I can go out and tell other people some things. Once I clean up my backyard, that's what I've been doing, and then I was led to do that when I actually was supposed to go to the United Kingdom a few years ago, and I was supposed to go on a book tour. I, by choice, nobody threw me nobody made me do it. I decided to work on my family structure rather than traveling around and promoting, my book and stuff. Cause I just had a feeling like that was a distract. It was good. I needed to I needed to put some more pieces together. It wasn't a bigger picture. Now I see the bigger picture, but I needed to work on home. So I made a choice. It was tough, but in the process of that, I was able to heal more. I was able to do more shadow work and face my demons, which face my demons, which is myself and my ego. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't regret none of that. It wasn't an easy journey, but that's what I signed up for, and that's what I needed to go through. Had I not went through it then, it would have been sooner or later, or see you next lifetime. See, now that stuff, I don't gotta go through that no more because I don't face it. I don't face not everything, but I don't face that part of the game. You know what I'm saying? So, you can hack some things, but some things you gotta face. Some things you ain't gotta go through, but some things you do have to go through because it brings out who you've been sent here to be. It brings out resilience. It brings out strength. It brings out the warrior in you. It brings out the victor in you. It brings out your true character. It brings out the God and the goddess in you. Yeah. So, even with this AI and different things, people are afraid of it. Yeah, it may be bad, but you know what? This is all our technology, all this stuff that we seeing now. Even that Tesla, uh, Nikola Tesla, that's all our ancient, that's our stuff. All this stuff was we created this. What are we afraid of? Like they've indoctrinated us as this is bad, this is good, this is black, this is white. That stuff don't even really exist when you really dig deep and really go within and really tap in. It's only balance. I'm saying I'm not gonna be out here hurting no children, hurting nobody, and taking advantage of people and this and that, doing a whole lot of weird stuff. But I'm just saying, like, get even with this portal, get out of fear, go into the unknown. Say, I'm not afraid. I'm in divine alignment. I am protected. I am not afraid. I don't fear. I don't fear. Don't fear is what they use, and they use that to power their system. Fear, worry, just oppression and all that. That's how. And a lot of times we are the problem. We got to be the solution and not the problem. Even with you see what's happening with the the tribes and stuff. Those natives are bringing in the black people. I don't say we black, but the indigenous of the Americas. They saying that they want to bring us in because they saying we are the indigenous, which we are. A lot of us already knew that. We've been telling you. Dane Calloway, Seer the Duke of Tears, and several others. Top cats and different people been telling you that for a while now. A lot of the Bobby Hemmett, a lot of the other people have been talking about that. But yeah, it's just time now to keep working on yourself. You doing good. Keep working on you. You on the right path. As you ground, that means taking off your shoes in the earth, standing at least 8 minutes and grounding and releasing stuff, releasing that energy into the earth, and then imagining that you digging down deep and getting all that ancient energy within you, and also meditating, stretching, doing your breathing. When you breathe, you start out holding it for 3 seconds because that helped me so much. Because when I used to get up here, I would be like, because I was doing that a lot and I wasn't used to doing it. But now you don't hear all of that. And I don't, I'm really better with my exercise. I got back on my exercising and jumping jacks and building up my oxygen capacity and stuff like that too. So I've gotten better at working on breathing and doing more like now when I do it, it's so powerful. And I'm actually in the moment. I'm not like, oh, let me hurry up and finish and doing this. Now I'm savoring the moment of being in the breathing exercise, of being in the stretching, of being in I'm feeling the energy as I do it. It's not about finishing anything anymore, which, it's good to complete stuff, but it's not all about it. It's about enjoying the journey and just being present because it's a gift in the present. Um, so yeah, I'm thinking, is there anything else that I need to go over? I'm not gonna get up here and talk about any gossip or I mean, it is what it is. Things are going to be exposed, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Those structures are being torn down. The real is coming out. It has to be, I guess, destroyed. They say before it can be rebuilt, maybe transmuted. I mean, I don't think it really have to be like where we got should have to go through a lot of this, but hey, it is what it is. If everybody's on the same accord and thinking about this happening, and it's gonna happen like that because we're more powerful than we think. Even now, the manifestation energy is high. Whatever you speaking and thinking, and even now they're saying write it down 8 times. It's gonna come to pass, whether it's good or bad. So it's on you. You can, like they say, you can create your heaven on earth or your hell, but we want to create heaven because the kingdom of heaven is within. So we're wanting to speak the things we want and manifest the things we want, even with it at 3 o'clock in the morning, like 3:30. What's coming up with the full moon? We want to manifest and speak the things that we want to come to pass. Things that as a collective, coming healing and coming together and ascending and our organs and stuff being regenerated and healed and our cells and our chakras and being hydrated. Drink more water during this time, to hydrate yourself with you know, okra water, watermelon, coconut water, and even charge your water up by speaking affirmations to it that it's gonna hydrate your cells and it's gonna purify. It's gonna be purified going into your cells, oxygenated water, and it's gonna flow through your blood as you do your breathing exercises and oxygenate the oxygen through your blood flow and different things like that. Yeah, I had something going on where I was when I worked years ago in the medical field, and I just from doing those exercises and stuff, it really regenerated the part of my body that I was feeling a little stressed. So that stuff actually, especially now, you can hear it say physician heal. What it saying in the Bible? Physician healed ourselves. That's some real stuff. I ain't saying don't go to the doctors. And a lot of our indigenous people or black people, we have a bias of the doctor a lot of times. From we have a reason to be that way from what has happened in the past. I used to tell people, go to the doctor, go to the no, don't just run to the doctor like on some fear stuff. You can listen to your body. If you tune into your body, you can listen to your body, and your body will tell you exactly what you need. If you try that, and a lot of times it's your spirit that's sick, and that plays out into the physical. Once you fix that spiritual thing, a lot of times it'll balance out the other stuff. And that ain't always the case now, but a lot of times it is. But we so quick to be afraid and fear and run to the doctor, and we're afraid of death, because we've been told that when you die, that's the end, like it's over. But really, if we would get an understanding of it, it's a part of life, and it's like getting out of one vehicle, getting into another one. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end. No, it's definitely not the end. But as this time come on in, the full moon, we need to be meditating and affirming and writing down what we want and getting them DNA upgrades and tapping into that ancient wisdom, connecting with our ancient indigenous ancestors that love us unconditional, the primordials, the ancestors from past, present, and future that love us unconditionally, protecting protecting ourselves. As far as protection is staying in alignment, walking in discernment, listening, being able to hear, being able to hear, tapping in, meditating, and you'll be led in the right direction, and trust your intuition that you will be led, that you will be guided from within. Then you'll get the confirmation from the books and stuff. That's how it's happened with me over the past long while. I'll get the download or whatever they call it, and then the confirmation will come. The confirmation will come. Just like what's been going on now with the Lionsgate portal and the full moon that's here right here now in Aquarius, the sturgeon full moon in Aquarius, the Mercury retrogrades. I can feel this stuff like even before they even say it. I feel like I've been cleansing and having the last few weeks cleansing and cleansing the body. Now it's time to cleanse and purge and get a digestive tract of rest and stuff like that. If you got to do, if you don't have to, you can fast. You can do intermediate or what type of fasting, but also you can do like soups and stuff like that where you're not doing a lot of chewing. You cleansing and purging and detoxifying. If you cannot buy the stuff like the oil of oregano and the chlorella and cilantro. The oil of oregano is for the parasite cleansing, and you take that like 7 days. But the cilantro and chlorella is for the heavy metal. And then I've heard that. Don't quote me on this. Now I've done the oil of oregano, and I'm about to do that again, and the chlorella and cilantro. And I recently just did like the okra water stuff. But they say the okra water gets out the plastics and stuff out of your body because by us drinking out of the bottled waters and all this, that's not good for us to drink out of plastic. You shouldn't be heating your stuff up in the microwave and putting nothing hot in any plastics. Really shouldn't be drinking out of plastic bottles and all that stuff. But it takes time and people money right now. Sometimes they gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. If you try to do one thing at a time, then you don't overwhelm yourself. It'll come. Like I'm really interested in how to give us a better quality of water. I don't understand why these people is traveling all over the world helping them people get clean water when we right here, people right here, a bunch of people here don't even have clean water, don't even have good quality water, especially in North Carolina. Check it out. Don't go by my word. The levels are the highest in the United States in North Carolina of PFAS chemicals. Check it out. So I'm really trying to figure out like what's the most reasonable way for me. Like even if I'm not there, I'm from there. My heart is with those people. I'm like, how can I help them? Like how can what can I do? What's an affordable way where everybody can get some clean water at least, where the kitchen water is clean. It doesn't have the PFAS and it doesn't have the chlorine and all that stuff. Because a lot of those Brio filters, they don't prevent the PFAS. It gets out toxins out of the water. It gets out some stuff like maybe chloride and other things, but the PFAS, it has to be reverse osmosis to do that. So it's a little more complicated with the PFAS, and that's the forever chemicals that really stay genetically, like you pass it down. And I mean, at some point, we gotta get it out of our water. We have to we have to start thinking like that. We have to give the next generation better quality of water, better quality of living. It's not all about me. Oh, I'm getting older now. I done been drinking it all. No, you can't think like that. You have to solve problems, and sometimes you're not solving them just for yourself, but you're solving them for others. That's what it's about. It's about having a community collective mindset. um and it's something else. I'm thinking, have I said everything that I needed to say on the screen? I think I have. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, this has been my Sun Goddess 777. Maya's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love is still in effect. We still doing it. We just did some food, did some stuff not long ago, and we got some events coming up. We planning to it's a school that's going on. It's a school that's going on in Kinston. It's the Zayak just started a homeschool, so we trying to support that, and we trying to bring some things down to that area where it's, people can be informed about how to survive and transition over from the era into the AI, and things like that, and what, the surviving if the the grid and stuff goes down. So I'll just be organizing it. I won't be speaking, but I will be, trying to help organize. I'm a team player. I like to work as a team, and I don't always have, like I said, have to get all the attention. I could be in the background and be fine. So yeah, this has been my son Goddess 777. Support Maya's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love. You can comment, like, subscribe, share. We're back in effect as far as coming up here, but Maya's Temple Healing and Unconditional Love has been ongoing. I just been working on myself, y'all, and actually doing the work. I'm like, I'm tired of seeing these people up here. They just be, they some just talking. It's okay, but I mean, if you talking and you ain't walking it like you talking, something is wrong with that. Something is definitely wrong. But like, subscribe, and share. This is my son Goddess 777, and comment. Let me know what you think. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, week. Healing, unconditional love, ascension, balance, wholeness, and oneness.